Good evening and welcome to The Wandering Wolf. I'm your host, Mark Rhodes, alongside me, Mr. Craig Fullwood, fresh from being at the Molineux.
How's it going, buddy?
Yeah, really good, mate. Really good. I've got my Wolves top on, which means only one thing.
That's always good.
Mate, how you doing? Because I didn't go to the game today. You went, and yeah, give us your thoughts on the game. It looks from a distance that we played. Well, we played as well as a Premier League team could play against a mid-table Championship team. So, yeah, give us your thoughts, mate.
Yeah, it was plain sailing in the end, mate. I think the first couple of minutes, well, probably first 10, I'd say, I was a little bit nervy. They certainly looked like they'd come to have a go. They come to have a fight.
Yeah,
it was a bit scrappy. We took a few, probably 10 minutes or so to settle into the game.
Yeah.
And I did have a sort of moment of thinking, oh God, this could go wrong. But it started strong. It put a strong side out, and once we settled into the game, it was plain sailing really. And they had a few chances, but nothing really to scare us. Ruddy made a good save. I thought he played well, but yeah, I just think it was a solid performance overall. And not, struggling for goals, get 3 goals, it was good. Silva and Podence played absolutely magnificent, played out the skin, great link-up play. I thought Raul did well when he came on, especially for the goal. He helped set up. So yeah, it was just a good all-round solid performance, mate, I think.
It feels as though it's one of them where I was very pleasantly surprised when I saw the lineup. I know it was like 5 changes from the United win, but like 5 changes, you'd think, oh, okay, 5 changes. Is he taking it seriously? Then you look at the team, and the spine of the team was really, really good. Ruddy, obviously, he plays in the FA Cup, and he didn't let anybody down. Another clean sheet. I think I saw on Twitter, like Tim Spears put on this stat about John Ruddy, which is unbelievable. He's had like 36 clean sheets in 70 games. Half the time he's in goal to concede. That's an incredible statistic. And you know what?
He's such an unsung hero, really, that squad.
He really is, because I know we've given him a few harsh words which have been warranted for some of the clangers that he's done, but overall can't really argue with John Ruddy. Like, as a number 2, he's one of the best in the league, I would say.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
He
could definitely be playing in goal for somebody full time,
100%,
without a doubt. So the fact that he's stuck with us and stuck to his role and hasn't complained and just got on with it, I think he's a real asset. Honestly, I do.
It just shows. It shows. I was listening to Bruno Lage talking about the FA Cup, and as soon as you hear he wants to win titles at Wolves, of course he's going to take the FA Cup seriously, because we're not winning the league. If we were, if we did well enough to get into the Europa League or get into that European Conference League or whatever it is, then obviously you take that seriously as well. But I put it out on Twitter earlier. I think because of how well we've started, it's given us the freedom to play a strong team like that. And obviously you can only play who's in front of you, and we've got to be lucky in the draw. And I think we have got lucky in the draw. Norwich at home.
That's a dream draw, isn't it?
I think it is, because I always think about how seriously the other team is going to take it. And Norwich, because they are well and truly in a relegation fight, they're not going to play their best team and even if they do, I think we've got too much for them.
Yeah, so I don't think Norwich causes us any problems, mate.
We drew with them 0-0 at Carrow Road earlier on in the season, but I just think if you look at the two squads and you look at the team that they will put out, because for obvious reasons, they're not going to play their full side. They're going to try and get some wins in the Premier League because they want to stay in there. But because of how well we've started, we can do. But Shrewsbury Wolf has put the thoughts on the lineup. I can understand why you chose it, but for me, if you don't use Giles and Sanderson in this game, why would you bring them back? We might as well have kept them out on loan. Yeah, I get that.
Well, I think they're more for
it's
it'd be
covered,
hard
isn't
to
it?
come and throw them in, not necessarily at the deep end, but to put them straight in the starting lineup. I don't think that would have been right. I think there'd been more question marks raised if it'd done that.
Yeah.
You know, they're there for cover. They're there to get back into the squad. You know, embed back into the team and get the fitness up and provide cover going forward. I thought the lineup showed that he's serious, taking things seriously.
I really loved it. I think that there wasn't many on Twitter that was giving him grief for that starting lineup. And let's talk about the two players that there were man of the match performances from Daniel Podence and Fabio Silva.
They linked up so well.
Oh my God! Like the goals, I've seen the goals back. I've seen the highlights, and there were a lot of highlights. For me, the first goal, Silva. Obviously, there was the defender basically gifted him the chance, but he still had to play the ball into Podence, and he gave them grief all afternoon. Like, if Silva does go on loan to a Championship club, he'll score about 30 goals.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, I think Fabio was a bar.
Turns out he was an absolute steal at that price.
Yeah. Well, I reckon if you would have watched him today and he was his first game, I'd like, you know, it's. I know it's tongue in cheek slightly, but he played fantastically well, and I think.
Well, he's definitely been using the best of his gym membership, mate. Like you said, he's holding the ball up well. He was holding players off. He's getting stuck in. He showed determination, desire. He wanted it. He was running after everything, and that's all you can ask for. And he's so young. He's only really going to get better. I think playing it. He just needs minutes. And,
I think we as a pair, we've given him a lot of grief, and you know, some warranted, some not necessarily warranted, and for him to come back and, you know, obviously it was a brief cameo against United, but he started the move for the goal, and he played really well, and he's played really well today. So you know,
all he can do is all he can do is show what he's got when he's there, and as of right now, he's doing the business. So credit where it's due, you know. Yeah,
I think. I really, is there a case now? I know it's the FA Cup and I know it's against limited opposition with Sheffield United, but is there a case, because we've got Southampton at home next in the Premier League, is there a case of Silva playing instead of Raul? Now, I put that out there very tentatively, and I don't know how many people are going to agree with that. The only reason I say that is because the Raul Podence partnership hasn't gelled as well. And I just think that just looking at Podence and Silva, the way they play, the way they interchange with one another, it feels as though they've got a connection. And I know it takes a while, but do you get what I mean though? What's your
I'd say based on what we saw today, I'd start with Silva.
Would you over Raul?
Yeah. I would, given the fact that it's Southampton, who aren't exactly setting the world alight. It's one of the easier-ish games. And give it a bit of time to sort of try and develop and to try and gel. Raul's always available to come on. You know, we know what he can do. He came on today and did a great job.
Yeah.
It looks like he might need that little bit of a step back at the moment, perhaps, rather than keep burdening all the pressure all the time. So I think it might actually do him good.
I agree, and that's the only reason really why I think it probably is time to give Raul a little rest and stop putting all the burden on him, because you know he has been such an incredible player for us, and you know he's having a bit of an off spell.
Everyone has it. It's fine.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
It's nothing to be alarmed about. It's just that's the way it is at the moment.
It's just the way it is, and
that's why you have a squad, isn't it? So
yeah, and I think Silva's got something to prove, and I think he's really working hard, and I really think that he deserves his chance. I think.
Yeah. Well, he looked really dejected at one point, and the fact that I think it actually shows a lot about his character of what he is doing now. Because I honestly thought he was a goner. I thought.
Oh, me too.
He's got to go out on loan. He's finished.
Completely agree.
Get rid. It was just a Mendes, part of the circus, and off he goes. But if he can keep doing what he's doing, and he's getting his head down, and he's running like he was today, chasing things down, bulking up, doing everything right, then
world class.
He was a player. Maybe there is something there after all. That
well, maybe Jeff actually knows what he's talking about. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. Who knows? I think let's talk about somebody who really, really worked hard for the team, and as we're talking about Fabio Silva here. Let's go to somebody who didn't work hard for the team, and who I believe has played his last game in a Wolves shirt, and that's Adama Traore. I truly believe that this is it now. I think he was lazy. He didn't want to be there. I just get rid of him. Get rid of him. I think.
So, hang on. This could be one. So this is what I've been saying all along for all these weeks. I was right. So.
Yeah. It's really hard with Adama Traore because
it is.
It's.
I've been singing his praises the last few weeks.
No, yeah, he's an enigma. There's no doubt about it. He has these great games, but when he can be such a passenger in game, and if he's not signing a contract, and he starts playing like that, then if Spurs, Barcelona, whoever the hell comes in for him, 20 million quid, I think we've got to take it.
Yeah, absolutely.
You don't want to be there anymore?
No. Well, like I say, obviously I've been one of his harshest critics, I'd say. I never really bought into the whole, the flair and all that sort of stuff. I didn't think he brought anything to the party at all, apart from he does make you sort of get to the edge of your seat and think, oh, something's going to happen here, but it never did.
No.
So I've been saying that for a long, long time. But the last 3 or 4 weeks, I've actually changed my tune and said, do you know what? He does offer something. Yeah. I think he has helped us over the last few weeks where we've needed that outlet. But literally all he is an impact player, or you need to waste a bit of time and keep it up the other end. He's got the muscle to do that, shield the ball, run the ball 30, 40 yards. Okay, nothing's going to come of it, but he can run the clock down type thing. But sadly to say, that's all there is.
But mate, you look at the Villa game. He made 2 goals.
Yeah, but this is my biggest thing. It's not that it's just the consistency thing. You've got to be consistent. You can't be at this level and just turn it on 1 in 10.
No, I know, and I'm just playing devil's advocate here. I completely agree with what you're saying. I think we do need to get rid now. It's like.
The only thing is, I wouldn't do the house to buy it.
Yeah, top sides will only buy Adama to use him off the bench. There's no way he starts. The penny just ain't going to drop with him. It's true. It's like he's a super sub. And all this. If any coach can get him to, well, I don't know if anybody can, but if he goes to Tottenham, they're on about playing him right wing back.
They want to turn him into a wing back.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, but like you said before we came on, you think he'll go to Barcelona?
I think he will. Yeah. I think Barcelona will take a chance on him.
He's not going to go in the Premier League, I don't think.
Do you not think? Think Tottenham? Because I was speaking to my mate who's a Tottenham fan yesterday, and he was like, "I do like him." This was him.
On what grounds?
Well, that's the thing. They obviously haven't watched him a lot.
Yeah, no, they haven't.
They've watched the highlights. Do you know what I mean? I just think we need strengthening in other areas. We've got cover for Adama Traore. We've got Neto, we've got Podence, we've got Trincao, but we've got these players that can Hwang as well. Like,
to come back.
so many players that cover that position. We now need to get some money in for Traore to strengthen. We need a box-to-box midfielder. We
Absolutely.
do. But what is worrying? Well, not worrying because we're 8th in the league and Bruno Lage is a legend, but he's talking about a defender, which is fine. I don't mind him talking because of. I think Willy Bolly is struggling. I don't know what's going on there. There's something going on that we have no idea about. But get well soon, Willy Bolly, because
absolutely.
God, that sounds rough. Whatever's going on there. I think Saiss. I think we'll miss him more than what we think during the African Cup of Nations because I think under Lage he's just been different level completely. And whoever comes in as the centre back, if we continue to play a 3 with Dendoncker or Sanderson, I think we need a centre back. We do need a centre back, but we also need a midfielder. But what is encouraging is that we don't need a striker. I don't think now because of the way Silva's started. You know, he's obviously wanting that spot, so he's fighting for it. So I think if we got 2 players in the window, whether it be a loan signing with the Traore money, that for me is a decent window. But Marcel as well, like he played, he started as in the 3, didn't he?
Yeah.
I think he's decent cover as well. Waiting for £2 million.
He's doing really well.
Yeah. Pixel Yeti Media, you are correct. Adama Traore is like the highlight reel on YouTube. He looks amazing in clips, but in reality goes missing for vast sections of the game. Absolutely 100% on the money. It's like, Ian, I believe he had a slight knock, so they had to take him off at half time. It's nothing serious, apparently. But yeah, I think Christian, I kind of get where you're coming from with Trincao. He's the only player on the same wavelength as Podence, both clever on the ball. I think they're a bit too similar, though. That's my... Yeah, I do, yeah. I don't think you play Trincao and Podence in the same team. I think you play either or.
I think with them two, and you got Eitner making runs as well, and saw it today. Some of the stuff was absolutely amazing. Just a joy to watch. And if those
Semedo's run for the goal. Oh, God, he's fast. Unreal. He's so
Semedo's really come into his own, hasn't he? Like really.
What's all this nonsense about Matt Doherty?
I don't know.
Basically, Tottenham have put that out there
time of day
because they really, really want to get rid of him. And so it's like return to sender type thing.
Yeah. Well,
I think I don't know. There's nothing wrong at the moment. Like I don't know. Am I being too positive? Like
no.
Let's look at the stats here. 7 clean sheets in 9 games. The 2 games were against Liverpool and City. Dubious penalty and a 94th minute goal. Like the defence, but we're still wanting a defender to come in. Like, I can't. Like this for me. There's like a sweet spot here. Like, but people are still moaning.
I know. Well, they always will, won't they? That's it.
I don't understand.
I don't get it. But
it's like
I just do think if we could get Traore out this window, and
just
get whether it be a defender, midfielder, whatever, as long as it just strengthens in some way, shape, or form, gives us another outlet that's not what we've been used to. We've got a frighteningly good team, and we've got a great chance of progressing in the cup.
Yeah.
Do you think he could go one better than Nuno in the cup?
Yeah,
I think we got.
Do. You know why? Because I think he's taking it incredibly seriously, and if it makes us not get into Europe, and we're a top 10 team, I I really, really don't care.
Yeah.
I want to get to the FA Cup final. I think it's doable. I think as a team, if we take it seriously, if we don't get City, saying that though, we'll give anybody a game. I don't at home. If
There's
you said
nobody to fear, is there?
there's nobody to fear.
The way we go against the big teams in the league, there's nothing to fear from anybody.
But the thing is, though, mate, like they're all playing each other now. Like you look at the draw, there's loads of Premier League, well, us included, obviously. It's like they're a Championship club in waiting, but they're still a Premier League team that we've got to play, Norwich. But you look at some of the, like Arsenal are out tonight. Like Forest beat Arsenal.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I really.
And Norwich is such a great draw, and then next you get lucky again. The next one, all of a sudden,
That's it. I just
starts opening up, doesn't it?
It's about the draw, like, and it's about home ties for me. I think, you know, a rocking Molineux with 27,000 people. Let's talk about how many people were at grounds this weekend. My God, even Jeff Stelling was. It was the most hilarious thing I've ever seen.
I can see the Albion fan that was trying to roast us or do whatever he's trying to do last week. He hasn't turned up this week, has he? So he's sorely missed this week. But what was it, 8,000 and something? Which is
atrocious. Brighton bought 3,000.
What's that all about? And then for Super Jeff to actually have a dig as well was great.
It was just wonderful.
But the atmosphere today was great, really. 27,004, I think it was.
It's a decent crowd for an FA Cup game against Championship opposition. Like
it was. Well, I was listening to Talking Wolves earlier, and Matt Cooper said, you know, in years gone by, going to the Wolves third round FA Cup tie, it's almost a bit of a labour. It's a bit of a like boring, but can be a bit. You know, it's just one of them. Get it out of the way as quickly as possible and move on. It's not really exciting. We might get through, might not. But it was exciting. It was a good game. The players who played wanted to play. It didn't feel like that normal FA Cup third round tie. It felt like
there's belief there, mate. That's why.
Belief. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
I think it's belief, and I don't know whether that's because it's obviously because of Bruno Lage. Like, if the manager's taking it seriously. And the players are taking it seriously. The fans will take it seriously. It's like 27,000 for an FA Cup third round, like on a Sunday. Like, I reckon we're one of 8 teams that I actually think we've got a really good chance here of winning the whole thing. And now Arsenal are out, who are one of the teams that I thought would take it seriously. You know, obviously you've got City. City for me they're going to win the league at a canter. But the other teams, I think if you can stay away from City up until the semi-final or final, then I'm sorry, I think you're in with a great shout of winning the whole thing.
Yeah,
like how many times won the FA Cup? 4 times.
Yeah.
Like in our history, let's take it seriously.
It's certainly our time. That, you know, well, we had a fantastic opportunity last time, which we just threw away, which was
belief,
appalling. But
Nuno didn't want to believe that we could. Like, he had people in his ear, like saying we need to go higher up in the table. Yeah. Well, let's do that. A shout out to Kidderminster Harriers. Yeah, Christian, you are right. Because, you know, they've done really well. They've got a cracking draw as well. They're at home to West Ham.
Yeah, I mean, they're not winning that, but it's good. It's good for the town.
You know. But West Ham are another team similar to us who will take the FA Cup.
Yeah, I think they've got a right good chance of winning. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Definitely.
Look,
but then again, with them doing that slightly better in the league, will they be focusing
on Europe? I suppose they're still in the Europa League as well, aren't they? So I suppose there is that. But
I think they'll take the next round seriously. I think they will.
Yeah. But I think
what a fantastic tie for them. Brilliant.
It's brilliant, and they deserve it as well. You know, to get to the 4th round of the FA Cup, like that's a brilliant achievement. So well done to Kidderminster Harriers, lowest ranked team left in the draw. But yeah, I can't remember what I was gonna tell you. But what was it? It was a really good stat. Oh no!
Where were we?
Yes, yeah. I'll tell myself that story.
It's about Man City, and you talking about City.
I was, yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
City. How many times have they won the FA Cup? But they've won it like 4 times in the last 8 years or something.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I really, really do think we've got a good chance of winning the competition. And is that
City now? They have to win the Champions League, don't they? They have to.
Well, that's it, yeah.
That is their holy grail.
Shrewsbury Wolf is right. Hopefully, City will focus on the Champions League instead.
Yeah,
fingers crossed to do, because I think Man City got Brighton in the next round, another Premier League. They keep on knocking. These teams keep on knocking each other out, obviously, but that's what we want. We want loads and loads of all Premier League ties.
Yeah.
Let's go on to league now. Let's go on to the league.
Okay, go for it.
Southampton. Right, I think this is a huge game for us because it'll be the first game that we don't have Saiss in the team. I think defensively we were almost caught out a few times today. I think this is a massive game.
Yeah,
because I think we could be knocking on the door for the top 6.
Yeah, and I'm very confident that we'll win that game.
We're not conceding any goals. We're just not.
I can't see us not picking up something from that. And like you say, confidence is running high. Hopefully, a few more goals. But where could this go? It's starting to get a very good feel about it, isn't it?
I know.
Dream type thing, but
that's the thing. You start from the back, don't concede goals. We're not setting the world alight, but we are starting to click. We are starting to. There's a mentality about the team. They look like they're enjoying their football. That he's getting 5 to 10% more out of the players that we thought were on their arse. Moutinho, Neves, let's talk about Ruben Neves for a second, because all this talk about Man United putting in bids and stuff, he made a comment which
he won't go this window.
He definitely won't go this window. If we don't get into Europe this season, I think Ruben Neves will go to Man United in the summer.
Yeah.
That's what I believe.
Does that depend on where they finish this season and who the manager
is? Man United?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think I don't get all this. I don't understand all this. Go to Man United. Man United are not anything like what they used to be. And I don't think that name has the same clout anymore. I don't understand all the sort of furore around Man United. Why would Neves go to Man United? They're in complete and utter turmoil.
They are
the biggest club in the world,
mate.
And all that.
We are not naive enough to think if Man United come knocking on the door, they are still, I would say, on a par with Madrid and Barcelona as the biggest club in the world. If you're playing for Wolves, I love Wolves. We all love Wolves.
I don't know.
But mate, if you're not a Wolves fan and Man United come knocking on the door, I'm sorry, you go to Man United. This is not.
I understand that mentality. I know where that mentality is, but I think there's a real shift in. That for me is just an old school way of thinking, and I think you're only going to see Man United decline from here on in. I think if you said who's going to be the next team more likely to win the league, also them, we're a team on the up.
Very careful what you say next.
No, it's true.
What are you saying?
I'm saying that Manchester United are a team.
No,
very much on the decline.
Go back 10 seconds. where you said, who is more likely to win the league?
Next. Yeah.
Next.
Yeah.
Us.
Yeah.
You think we're going to win the league before United will?
I would say so, yeah. I'd happily say that, yeah.
Where is that crack pipe?
Give me your reasons for.
Mate. Shrewsbury Wolf, we wouldn't win the league if it was just us and Man United in it.
Well, you know.
Mate, I
honestly believe that. I honestly believe that. I think I'm not saying Neves won't leave. I'm not saying he won't bigger and better things. Manchester United is not the team to do it for me. I honestly see them getting relegated before they win the league again.
Oh my God! Put it down. Put it down.
You can mark this. You can mark this day. Honestly,
I am. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm taking a picture of it. Do you remember?
Go for it.
Remember when you said this?
Everybody's got this. I don't know what it is, but you know the world's changing, and that is
great question.
That would not be a smart move.
Dutchy TV, great question. I'll let you answer it. Would you take Van der Beek and Lingard for Neves? It's a great question.
That is a good question. Oh,
come on.
I don't know. That's throwing me off.
It's a fantastic question.
No.
No?
No.
Wow.
There you go. Would you?
No. I wouldn't. I agree. I wouldn't, because I think Ruben Neves, if he stays, I think... I think good one, Shrewsbury Wolf, excellent.
We won't be putting that on.
Yeah, well, let's put it out to everybody. Would you take Van der Beek and Lingard for Neves right now?
Yeah, I can't see anybody going for that, really. I mean,
well, there's a few. Steve Griffiths said yes if we had to. Ben Clay, yes on his day. Lingard is up there.
I think Lingard did well, didn't he, when he went to West Ham? I think he'll probably end up going back there, won't he?
Christian, no, definitely not.
No, I wouldn't.
But he was using the transfer.
I honestly think Neves is going to get better and better, and I think Wolves are a squad. If you know, it does depend on a lot of things, but I think we're coming into our time in the next.
Well, apparently we're going to win the league before United do. So
I'm not saying we're going to win the league. I was saying if there is a chance.
No.
If it was us or them, I think we've got the stronger chance in the next 5 years. I think they're going one way and it's not up. Seriously.
Wow. Shrewsbury Neves for Ronaldo, Van der Beek, and Sancho. We're just getting greedy now, aren't we?
Ronaldo's having crisis talk, so maybe Uncle George will get him in.
Right, seriously, come on, let's do something. The Portuguese contingent, you know, you saw that picture of him, talking to Neves while he was getting treatment for injury.
Come to a proper club that's not going to get relegated.
RS Wolves, cracking point. There's no point in having one world-class player if everyone else around him is rubbish. Please elaborate, because
he's talking about Man United, obviously. Ronaldo.
Well, he must be, because he can't be talking about Wolves, because we are. Yeah, Steve Griffiths, I agree. To be fair, if Fosun don't match Neves' ambitions, unfortunately, he will leave. I think you're right, but that's a contentious issue, isn't it? Because a lot of people on Twitter are saying, come on, we need to sign players. What are your thoughts on the whole transfer situation? Because you can look at a team like Everton, for example, who have spent £500 million in, I think, 7 or 8 seasons. They are, was it 14th in the league? Have literally no direction, have an ex-Liverpool manager as their manager, who they hate. As a business model, You look at a team like Everton, who are a huge club. I'd say probably as big, if not bigger, than Wolves. And I truly believe they are a team in complete meltdown.
Yeah.
So you look at our model, and I concur with a few of the Wolves fans are saying, come on, we need to put our hands in our pocket a little bit more. I agree with that. But then you've got to look at the players that are coming back.
Yeah.
You know, Neto's coming back, who for me is a £60 million player. Hopefully he'll come back to somewhere near what he was, because he was a match winner for us so much. I think Johnny's coming back.
Yeah.
Neto's coming back.
Yeah.
Giles, obviously not proven, but he's done fantastically well at Cardiff. Semedo, he's playing out of his skin. Aitnuri, really brilliant. Like, played so well. Marcella's cover. Like, Dendonka, Neves, Martin. Like, you start reeling off these players. Pedence, Trinket. Like, you actually look at the squad that we've got. Yes, it's bare. And a few injuries, we might struggle. But if you look at the quality, it is absolutely there. I actually think that it's a top 6 squad with 2 additions.
Yeah.
A defender and a box-to-box midfielder. We have a top 6 team. Personally.
Yeah, I completely agree. Yeah.
But
there's nothing. Why should we be thinking about stuff like that? It's almost like, oh yeah, we shouldn't ever.
No, I know. Know your place type thing. Yeah, I completely.
But there's a new. Look at what West Ham are doing. Look at what Leicester did, and what they're still doing to a degree. I think the landscape's changing a bit. Exactly. So it definitely feels like we're going in the right direction, and it's it's our.
What do you think?
Be our time.
What do you think, mate? Like, about the situation with the board, because it always comes up. Have they lost ambition? Are we to them a mid-table Premier League team who may go on a run for the FA Cup once or twice, in a 10-year period? Or when you listen to Bruno Lage, when you listen to Ruben Neves, they're saying stuff like they want to win titles, they want to play in Europe, they want to hear the Champions League music at Molineux. Like, this is all incredible, hearing it from these players and managers. But if the board isn't on the same wavelength, then there's gonna come a time where something's gonna have to give.
A good question here, I think. Are the boards showing us that they want mid-table Premier League, or are they showing us that they want stuff? They want to go all the way.
At the moment, it depends on what happens in the window, because I think we need to sell to buy, which I don't mind that. I don't mind as a business model. Like, that's fine. Like, I don't mind that at all. Get rid of Adama Traore for £20 million plus. Put that into a midfielder, and I don't think he will. I think he'll buy a defender before he'll buy that lad from Monaco. I think we're gonna buy that lad from Monaco for the money that we get for Adama, and that'll be it.
Yeah.
I think that'll be it, personally.
But I know everyone wants all these marquee signings, and
of course we do,
a big name in.
Yeah.
But I don't think they've done anything wrong. I think they're giving us everything that we need right now. It's a process.
Let's talk about Villa and Coutinho coming over. And how do you pronounce his name? The Everton Digne. Yeah. Those 2 players, right? Yeah. Let's look at this from a purely business standpoint. Villa are going to pay half of Coutinho's wages, it looks like. Let's be clear. Coutinho was never coming to Wolves, ever. Even if we went in for him. He played with Gerrard. He loves Steven Gerrard. he's going to go to
That's
Villa.
the only reason he's gone.
Exactly. Of course it is. But if you're Villa and you, for argument's sake, come 8th or 9th in the table, and you're paying those type of wages for, like, you don't get into Europe, like, you've spent all that money on a player that, let's be fair, isn't at the peak of his powers.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me wrong, if we would have bought him, I would have been like, Coutinho, oh my God.
But I don't think he is.
He isn't. No, he's not the Coutinho from 2016. He's 2022 now.
Yeah.
That's a lot of wages. Like, and
it's a lot of years later, that is, from somebody who was playing decent football then to now. And yet, there's that personal connection there with Gerrard.
Yeah, he was never coming to Wolves. He was like,
he's been in a very downtrodden Barcelona team at the moment, and it'll be interesting to see what does happen, because again, there's all this furore around it, and it's like, oh, Coutinho, but to me it means nothing. They're getting it's a bit like Everton buying Rodriguez. Absolutely class. Yeah,
class. It reeks of that.
Oh my God, like,
it amazing. Reeks of that.
Like, he's not finished, but he's definitely not at that level anymore. He's probably 60% of what he was.
Well, Steve Griffiths doesn't agree. He's let's be fair, it's a great signing for Villa, like it would have been if he would have joined us. Yeah, like
but you're signing a name that was good years ago. Like,
it's about the wages.
Me, that's not the right thing to be doing.
Is that a good thing to in the dressing room? If you're a Villa fan, or if you're a Villa player, and you see somebody coming in who's getting 3/4 more than what you're getting, I just don't think that's good for morale. No, I really don't.
It upsets the whole balance of the squad,
and that's why I want Traore to go. He's asking for too much money per week, and he's not doing the job.
Well, you don't mind paying it, mate, if he's doing the business.
Absolutely.
If he was doing those runs, putting crosses in, setting up other people to score, putting one in every 2-3 away himself, happy days. But he's not. So how can he make those demands? That's like somebody walking into work, just staying on a complete level the entire time, not going above, beyond, working over, coming in early, and demanding, I don't know, 25% payroll or something. It's
absolutely.
Why? How can you demand things when you're not doing it?
Yeah. Well, Ben Clay said Coutinho can struggle. He's older, and the pace of the Premier League has changed. It's consistently getting quicker, and it's consistently getting harder. You are spot on with what you said about Rodriguez. Like, when he played at the Molineux, I thought he was. Well, it wasn't when they played this season. It was last season or the season before. But he was really good, Rodriguez. But it's one of them where it's consistency, consistent. Got somebody like Ruben Neves who consistently is outperforming absolutely everybody on the pitch. That's what you want. And Neves isn't getting, £180,000 a week. Yeah. That's the thing. I don't agree, Christian, about Vitinha.
No, man.
I don't agree. He was all right in. I don't think he fits the system here. No, I just don't think. Like, he's one of them players where, like, I think he's a good player, but he doesn't fit our style of play for me, and he never has done.
No. I'll go to Steve. A good chunk of fans wanted Diego Costa a year ago. Well,
absolutely.
Yes, I agree with what you're saying there, but we got Raul out, and we needed a short-term stopgap. It was never a long-term thing. Yeah. It was always going to just be to fill the gap, where all we'd really got was Fabio Silva. And he was exactly what we needed. He would have been a horrible player. He'd have got goals. He'd have riled other teams up. It would have just been a very short term, like, let us laugh at everybody else. But
that he would have wanted too much money, and that's the good thing about Wolves. They'll never go that way. Luke, come on. Come
Luke.
on.
You said I'm a tall Luke. Come on.
Mate. Like, Ruben Neves, you watch him against United.
He was
You see
incredible.
all them players. He was like head and shoulders above anybody else.
We've
Like
got an
anybody.
absolute diamond there. We've got a diamond.
It's like
He's
80
only gonna get
million for
better.
Ruben Neves would be like if you're paying 100 million for Jack Grealish. Sorry, Ruben Neves, he's on a par.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's one of them where when I heard it, when they got him on loan, Coutinho, I was like, okay. Like it wasn't like, oh God, because he's not there, and I don't think he's there anymore. Personally,
this is a good point as well about the Costa thing. So Shrewsbury Wolf, it's more difficult for a midfielder to get back up to speed of the Prem than a striker. So yeah, Diego Costa would have just loitered around in the right areas, received the ball, held it up, and smashed a few in, which is exactly what we needed. Whereas Coutinho's got to actually play in the middle and do. People are going to be expecting 2016 Coutinho, and they're not going to get it. And we can all laugh at Villa when it does. So.
Yeah, well, Diego Costa, if he's on a free again, like no, I think he's world class. I think he's definitely world class. Ruben Neves, I think he has been for a while. He's just played in a midfield that hasn't been clicking, and then Moutinho's joined in on the party, and I think we've got a great midfield there if they stay fit. I wouldn't touch Diego Costa with
no, not now.
No way. But
it was touch and go back then, but that was only purely because we got no strike force. But no, absolutely wouldn't entertain it.
You want harmony in the dressing room, and I don't think. I keep on coming back to Adama Traore because I think not that he's a player that he's a bad influence or anything, because I'm sure he works really, really hard. I just think because of the situation regarding his contract, I think that needs to be sorted out. And also, I don't know who put it on, but Saiss and Moutinho, they need to sign a new contract.
Yes.
As they can go to other. I don't feel. I feel like Moutinho would sign a new contract. I really would, and Saiss actually, if I'm being honest.
But, yes, I think they're both.
And I think it's worth getting them on, say 2-year deals, because if we do sell them on, like not Moutinho necessarily, but Saiss, like I think you want to get more money for him because he's getting better and better and better. Like, I just think looking at the landscape with defenders and midfielders and strikers, Saiss is looking even better now.
Yeah.
For the money, like I just, but we'll see what happens. But we've got Norwich in the next round of the FA Cup. We've got a very, very winnable game against Southampton. I think there could be good things happening.
Yeah,
we just got to keep the players.
I'm very positive about where this is going, to be honest.
Neves needs to stay in this window massively. I think out of all the players, we need to keep Ruben Neves for as long as possible. He's the hardest player to replace.
Yeah, definitely.
And
you've got to go out and spend big money to replace.
Absolutely.
Him and Moutinho.
I agree.
So you've really got to build your team around Neves, and an FA Cup win or a big push towards 6th, 7th again is what you need and what he wants. And if we can do that, I don't know, what's it going to take then to go to the next level? 2 signings, 2, 3 maybe signings.
Well, the way he's going, he only needs that. I think Bruno Lage is doing a fantastic job. Really, really hard to beat. We look really, really hard to beat, man. I wouldn't want to play against us at the moment. I really wouldn't.
No, absolutely not. No.
But Shrewsbury Wolf, the stream hasn't changed to Sundays. It's just for this week because I'm away tomorrow. It is usually going to be Monday nights, 9:00. But yeah, just for tonight, we thought we'd mix it up a little bit.
We're crazy like that.
We are. Like that. God, that's what they call us.
Anything can happen.
Crazy guys. It's going to be our year anniversary next week, my man.
It is. We've got a big show, yeah. Big show.
Yeah. So hopefully,
I might have a balloon or something. Okay.
Lovely. Well, I'll just want to win. I just want us to win.
It'd be nice to, it'd be very nice to have that one at a win. Because given 12 months ago, it was.
Well, good one, Shrewsbury Wolf. Mark, you wouldn't want to play Wolves because it'd be difficult to play 11 versus 1. Pretty nifty though.
Oh, here we go.
Oh.
Ian Thomas, is this the joke, man?
Come on.
You're going to go for it?
Let's do it. This is what we always finish with Ian's joke.
Go on, then.
Go on. You know it's 8.
Okay, here we go. Everybody.
No, let's do that. Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah. Go on.
Okay, I've just been to Aldi to buy a Humpty Dumpty toy for my son's birthday. Happy birthday to my son Archie, who is 8 today. It's brilliant as it comes with Aldi King's horses and Aldi King.
Oh God, it's good. It's good.
Well,
it's an absolute corker. And on that note, we always finish with the joke. Thanks, Ian, as always, and thank you ever so much for getting involved. As always, we love chatting to you guys. It's lovely, and we'll celebrate our year anniversary next week with a win against Southampton at home. Fingers crossed. But yeah, if there's nothing else, Craig, we shall be on our way and have a cracking week. And we've been Wandering Wolf.
Cheers.